Hello viewers, welcome to UN Autonomous College. Today we can discuss another new concept that is known as Unix shell programming. It is the most important part of your programming concept, or we can say that is a part of your operating system concept. But first of all, you know what is the meaning of that is the shell and how to know about to design in our Unix programming concept. Let us focus on our topic outlines. First of all, we can discuss the introduction to Unix, then we can learn history of Unix, features of Unix, Unix architecture, powerful command line interface in our shell programming, then we can differentiate between Unix versus Linux, then we can learn Unix versus Windows. At last we can learn advantages of Unix. Let us discuss about the concept of Unix. First of all, we know that Unix operating system is a set of programs that act as a link between the computer and user. We know that that is a part of your operating system. In our operating system it is also one type of system software. That means it is a set of programs we can solve a specific task, but according to the most important mechanism of a computer system, like some memory management, task management, as well as you can say your process management. Next we can focus on the point of that Unix, like the computer programs that allocate the system resources and coordinate all the details of the computer internals, that is called the operating system or kernel. The most important thing in operating system, like that is a kernel. Actually we know that in general we can say that is operating system, but inside the operating system most important part, that means we can say it is the heart of a operating system, that is named as a kernel. The kernel is the most and the effective system in that operating system which can really controls the each and every activity of a computer system. We know that without operating system we can't do anything else. First of all, we can install operating system in our computer, then we can install any other application softwares in our computer system, then that application softwares can perform their activity in our system. But next we can learn that the users communicate with the kernel through a program known as the shell. The shell is a command line interpreter. It translates the commands entered by the user and converts them into a language that is understood by the kernel. Actually, just we can focus on that programming concept. We know C, C++, Java, Python, these are the programming language. With the help of that language we can easily communicate with our computer hardware resources, that may be your printer, that may be your scanner, that may be your webcam. But there is one question mark, how to design that operating system, like your OS, just Unix, Windows, Linux. If you are going to develop any type of queries to your operating system, in that moment you must know about the concept of shell programming, that is spelling as S-H-E-L-L, not C-E-L-L. That C-E-L-L is a part of your plant or animal cell, but in our programming concept we are learning S-H-E-L-L. That means the shell programming concept. Through that shell we are writing some command. That command must be interpreted or compiled in your system. Due to that result, that compilation result will be converted to your kernel understandable format, which can give you corresponding response to a specific type of actions. Let us focus on the next concept, that is history of Unix. So actually the Unix was originally developed in 1969 by a group of AT&T employees, Ken Thompson, Dennis Ritchie and Douglas Merkle and Joy Oshana at Bell Labs. It is a part of your programming concept like your C. We know that C is also developed in your AT Bell's laboratory, and in that moment also we are using, that is a Dennis Ritchie, and there is a next developer known as that Ken Thompson, which is also involved in our C++ concept, because it is somehow related to your programming language, but Unix is also part of that. Next we can focus, like there are various Unix variants available in market, like your Solaris Unix, AIX, HP Unix, BSD are a few examples of our Unix operating system, but Linux is also a flavor of Unix which is freely available. Let us we can focus on the Unix concept, and that Unix gives a platform to Linux to give to all type of users in a free versions, and that Linux is a open source to each and everyone, and it is a friendly to other type of clients, but Unix is a basic form of that Linux. Like your Unix, if you consider the concept of Linux, in that base we will know about the Ubuntu concept, and Red Hat is a part of Linux concept. It is a graphical base, but Unix is a purely command line based, just like a DOS operating system in our Windows concept. Next point we can focus that several people can use a Unix computer at same time, hence Unix is called a multi-user system. That is the most important factor, that is a multi-user, means at a single time more than one users can access that kind of programs. Suppose we have a project, in a single project we can like multiple users like 1 to 100 or 200 or 50, 60, 70, whatever you can say. In that moment we can take the help of that Unix. That Unix gives a platform through which we can access multiple tags, or we can say single tags in a Unix operating system. That's why it is named as multiple user system. Similarly, the last point, a user can also run multiple programs at the same time, hence Unix is a multitasking environment. We know that whenever more than one tags are executed concurrently, simultaneously in a single computer system, or you can say single operating system, in that moment we can say multitasking. Multitasking does not mean that we can access multiple tags at the same time, but actually we have a concept of that is known as context switching. In that case, a multitasking is only possible due to the concept of context switching. But in Unix, it is vastly possible. It is not only multitasking environment but also multi-user environment. In a single project, concurrently, we can act more than one persons on that task or on that project, which is very friendly in that moment. Next, we can learn what are the different features related to your Unix concept. The first concept or first feature is known as a multi-user system. We know that due to the concept of multi-user system, means we have multiple resources which are used by other systems concurrently. In that moment, due to the possibility of Unix system, we can share our memory, we can share our same resources more than one users in a single moment, or we can say in a single time period, which is possible in our Unix system. Next, we can focus on that point that it provides multitasking, wherein each user can execute many processes at the same time. We know that due to the multi-user concept, we are getting a features of multitasking. Similarly, the last and we can say third point, it was the first operating system that was written in high-level language like C, and this made too easy to port to other machines with minimum adaptation, because that Unix concept is also related to our C, means high level language, C, C++, or you can say our any programming language like your Python also or Java. Due to that concept we can easily recognize it, easily process some data in our Unix system. Next, we can focus on that Unix has built-in networking functions so that different users can easily exchange information, as well as you can say due to the possibility of Unix functionality can be extended through user programs built on a standard programming interface. We know that due to the possibility of Unix, we can easily share multiple resources, multiple informations regarding about your project can easily transfer from one position to another position. Suppose you can say I am available in a remote place, I want to work on that project in that, and that project must be accessed securely. In that moment, Unix can provide a platform to share my information, to share my resources due to within a specific boundary like your security boundary, which is easily possible through that Unix concept. And these are the features which are discussed in our Unix shell programming concept. Next, we can learn about what are the different architecture points are possible in our Unix concept. Let us focus on that versions of that Unix. Like in our Unix architecture, we have some points, we have some sections like your kernel section, shell section, next command line section. Let us focus on that kernel section. And in the kernel section is especially is the heart of the operating system, which interacts with the hardware, most of the tasks like memory management, task scheduling, and file management. This is the most important part of OS. OS is known as the overall part of your kernel, but actually kernel is doing the real work in our operating system, like your memory management, or you can say task scheduling, or you can say file management. Let us focus on that architecture of that kernel. The most important motto of that operating system to make an interaction with your hardware. That means end user means your client, or you can say user. A user is always present outside of the system, and that user wants to make a relationship with that hardware system. It is only possible due to the concept of kernel, and that kernel gives a platform through which we can easily manage our memory or tags or file in our hardware system. That may be your hard disk, that may be any type of hardware resources we are using it, which is possible due to the concept of kernel. Due to the presence of kernel, overall you can term as a operating system. Next part is known as a cell. The cell is the utility that processes your request when you type in a command at your terminal. The cell interprets the command and calls the program that you want. The cell uses standard syntax for all commands, like your C cell, Brownie cell and Korn cell are the most famous cell which are available most of the Unix variants. Let us look that diagram. In the diagram we have different number of cells, like your cell, and we are using the S, then COMP, then CPP, then SH, then CSH, then KSH, then BSH, then more, then PZ, then which, and then ENV, then COT. Actually we have the different sections of cell. By using that cell we can easily transfer our request from your user side to your hardware section. By using that cell we can writing some request, just like our DBMS concept, or we can say our client server relationship concept. We can forwarding request in our browser, that request must be reach on your destination like your server, then that server can catching that request to processing it and providing some relevant information to your client, relevant information in a browser. Similarly, in our Unix concept also we can take the help of that cell programming. That cell can take this kind of activity like taking your request from user side to your hardware section. Especially that C cell and Brownie cell and Korn cell are mostly used in our programming concept. Let us focus on the next third point, like your commands and utilities. There are various commands and utilities which you can make use of in your day-to-day life, or you can say day-to-day activities, like CP and MB means if you want to make some changing your file name, it can help us. Then CAT and grep helps to searching a specific type of string from your system, and etc. That means we have lot of commands like your DOS, like CLS means clear the screen. If you want to make a change the directory, you can using the CD, and different type of commands we can use it in our Unix also. Are few examples of commands and utilities. There are over 250 standard commands plus numerous other provided through third party software. All the commands come along with various options, because in our Unix concept we have lots of commands, and different type of commands have different kind of programming activities or functionalities in our system. The last one known as the files and directories. All the data of Unix is organized into files. All files are then organized into directories. These directories are further organized into tree-like structure called as a file system. Because we know that due to the possibility of that cell programming, every shells can give a platform of proper memory management, and it is implement a right data structure, and that data structure is specifically provided by your Unix system. Due to the presence of that Unix system can gives an idea or gives a platform through which we can well organize the file systems in our computer memory, and due to that organization we are getting a proper and file management system, and through that management system we can easily providing a request from source to destination, means your client side to your hardware section, which is specifically available in our system. Let us focus on the next concept, like powerful command line interface like the cell, because we know that in our Unix programming concept, especially that is known as a cell programming, we have the number of cells in our Unix concept. Let us discuss about it. First of all, we know that when a user into the specific type of Unix computer, in that moment we can use a cell program concept, where the user talks to the computer through the cell by typing the commands on a command line, and we talk in terms of using a command line interface. Nearly all flavors of Unix also offer a graphic user interface as well, but the heart and soul of real Unix is a command line. Like your Windows concept, whenever a user want to install a Windows operating system, in that moment the DIX operating system, which is a part of your command line, it is easily installed in our computer system. Similarly, that Unix is a part of that, it is related to command line, and that command line function is the most important part of your Unix programming concept, and it is known as the heart of that system. Next we can focus on that. There is a simple command such as moving files between directories, as well as you can say if a user want to delete some files, are actually easier with a GUI, means graphical user interface, but the complex commands and programs development are far easier using the command line. Since Unix is really intended for the serious computing, most of the emphasis is placed on learning the command line, and there are some commands like your Unix shell commands that is known as a brownish shell. It is denoted as a BSH, and this is the oldest and the least command demonstrator shell with the fewest commands. Its design was 4 years ago, and some flavors of Unix, particularly Solaris and HPUX, use the brownish shell as the default shell programming part, and the programs created with the commands from the brownish shell. And it is one type of scripting based application, or we can say it is a shell based. Through that brownish shell we can easily write some command in it, then we can transfer from the source to destination. Next we can discuss that is known as a BSH, means Brown Hagen shell, or you can say BSH. This is a shell developed and maintained by GNU and aka the Free Software Foundation. By using that, BSH is the default shell in our Linux, or we can say that is a part of your Unix also. So all of the commands available in the brownish shell are also available in the BS as well as many more. So next shell we can say KSH, that is known as a Korn shell, and that shell specially is used in our David Korn and is in wide use, and particularly in big Unix houses such as IBM. That shell is default shell in AIX Unix format, so it is particularly important for us. But the last one just we can say CSH. In CSH, that is a part of the C shell, or you can say related to CSH, which is specially C shell is not recommended, but programming in the C shell is considered as a harmful. You have been warned, but C shell is not most effectively used in our programming concept. So the C shell is not compatible with anything except for the TCSH. Next shell we can say TCSH shell. In your TCSH shell, just we can say there is a useful extension of C shell that is okay to use, but I would not waste any time to learn to program, like it is useless, or you can say unless to pay to get doing with that TCSH shell. That is why we are doing lot of shell programming like KSH and SH and BS, the most favorable Unix shell in our Unix operating system. Next we can differentiate between your Linux and Unix concept. Let us focus on that Unix. It is an operating system which can be only used by your copywriters, but in a Linux concept is open source operating system which is freely available to everyone, but Unix is not freely available to everyone. The most important difference between the Linux and Unix. Next we can say it has different distros like Ubuntu, Red Hat, Fredo and etc. Like these are the some graphical based applications or like graphical based operating systems which are related to Linux operating system. Next we can say that is a Unix concept, we are using the IBM AIX, then HP UX, then Sun Solaris is the most important part in our Unix concept. The finally we can discuss about the Linux is just the kernel, but Unix is a computer package or operating system. Especially the Unix is most applicable for using in our computer system because it is a complete package through which you can easily manage our memory management, file management, and as well as you can say your directory management. Let us focus on that the next concept like your Unix versus Windows. In that case, that Unix is an open source code, but Windows is not an open source code. Similarly, the Unix is more stable, but Windows is the multiple programs are running, so it is unstable. And especially that Unix is a case sensitive in nature, but Windows is not a case sensitive in nature. Then in a Unix system, is extensions have not affect in the type of file, but in Windows system it is specially affected. And just we can focus on the recovery part of Unix. We cannot recover our data whenever you are losing your data from your Unix operating system, but in Windows it is easily to recover data through our recycle bin options. We have lot of differences with, regarding your Unix and Windows. Let us focus on the next concept, like your advantages of Unix. We have lots of advantages related to Unix concept, like first of all we can focus on like that is known as a portability. The system is written in the high level language and making it easier to read, understand and change, and therefore move to other machines. We know that due to the mechanism of that portability, we can easily transfer our specific type of file from one system to another system without any problem. We know that some files are exist in our daily life. If designing a specific format, you cannot carry from one system to another system. That means a type mismatch or incompatibility, or you can say it is not formatted in the next format. Next we can focus on like machine independence. In our machine independence concept, we can say the system hides the machine architecture from the user, making it easier to write applications that can run on micros, minis and mainframes. We know that it is the most important feature in our Unix concept, or that due to that feature we are getting a more advantages, that is known as machine independence. Due to the machine independence, we can develop a cell programming which is related to Unix. It can be executed more than one systems without any problem. We can also carry from one system to another system. Similarly, that cell programming can also transfer from one system to another system. There is no any problem due to the possibility of that machine independence. Next we can learn like your multitasking concept. Unix is a powerful multitasking operating system. It means when an active task in process, there can be a simultaneous background process working too. So Unix handles these active and background threads efficiently and manages the system resources in a fair share manner. Due to the possibility of multitasking platform, we are getting a powerful platform through which we can easily sharing our tasks more than one users, as well as we can also solving our some tax relevant problems easily due to the implementation of multitasking features. Due to that multitasking, we are getting a features of that is known as a multi-user, which can gives a platform through which you can easily manage more than one tax simultaneously, means concurrently, with the implementation of context switching features. Next we can learn like a multi-user operations. We know that Unix is a multi-user system which is designed to support a group of users simultaneously, as well as you can say system allows for sharing of processing power and peripheral resources and etc. Like we know that due to the concept of multi-users, a user can give a platform, or you can say user can give a chance to another user to share their own resources, which is only possible due to the concept of Unix, and that Unix platform specially helps to work remotely. That means write once, run anywhere. That means the user can be present any location, can easily log into that system, means Unix operating system, to sharing their resources, to sharing their files from one position to another position without any complexity, without any platform dependency. Next we can focus like hierarchical file system. In that hierarchical file system, we know that we can store in our Unix operating system number of files easily, there is no problem, but that files are specially organized in a tree like structure. That's why that Unix operating system gives a chance to our file management system to proper way of management of a number of files. That may be a document file, that may be an image file, that may be any type of files, because every type of files must be organized in their own extensions. If you want to make a hierarchy of document files, it can also possible. If you want to make a hierarchy of your text file, it is also possible. If you want to make a hierarchy of image file, it is also possible without any complexity in our Unix operating system. That's it is a part of that hierarchical file system. Next, that is known as Unix cell. We know that the Unix is a complete part of a cell, or we can say it is a depends on that cell. In our general programming concept, we can say we are generally using lot of keywords and also we can say some operators, some functions, etc. But a Unix is the most depend on that cell, because that cell part helps to writing our request, writing our programming request, which can easily interpreted, easily compiled, as well as easily translated in our operating system, and that gives possible due to the cell programming concept. Next advantage like pipes and filters. We are already learning that is our operating system like a pipelining concept. Due to that pipelining concept, we are getting a platform of multi-user or multitasking platform, because that pipelining or we can say filtering system which helps to select a specific type of files from a huge amount of databases or huge amount of file collection directories, due to the possibility of that pipes and filters. And next part is known as the utilities. That utilities is specially based on that Unix, which over the 200 utilities programs for various functions. The new utilities can be built effortlessly by combining existing utilities. We know that in our Unix system, we know that a Unix is a system software. That system software can gives a platform of management of number of resources, and it also management of your kernel part, and also take a management of a control unit in our computer system, and that's why that part is known as utilities can gives a platform, or you can say gives an advantage through which you can organize number of utility programs in our computer system. Last one we can say that is known as software development tools. In a software development tools, that Unix also offers an excellent variety of tools for software development for all phases, from program editing to maintenance of software, because due to the software maintenance we can easily organizing our number of files without any complexity, and that well organizing of that software tools through in our operating system, that like your Unix, you can easily manage it with the implementation of a specific type of tools which can be easily effortlessly worked on our Unix operating system, and gives a specific platform through which you can easily search, easily find, as well as you can say easily create a Unix cell programs which are related to your Unix cell programming concept. That's all. Thank you.